Hello and welcome to Pizza Vendors Academy playthrough of Quest for Glory 1 original version. I am Gonff. I will be playing the thief for you, and my companions here.
Zombomb,
Tiny Anita,
and Crystal Wind.
Let's get going. We're going to start off with the introduction here. Sierra presents.
do they not have a fancy logo yet, or are they just not using it?
I think they... Actually, I think they didn't have it in the format. I mean, you see that is the same mountain.
what did the logo ever do to you, Dragon?
It's an evil logo. It had to be replaced. You can see why.
This is why they got the flashy logo next game.
Did they actually? Oh, we'll find out. We'll find out later. So we're chasing.
Someday you chase the source.
Quest for Glory
No, wait,
1.
that was it.
So you want to be a hero. Of course, the 1 isn't showing up yet, but oh crap! That does not look good.
Ouch.
Ouch.
I think it just ate you.
I think it did too. Not a promising start to the game.
Yeah, when you die to an intro,
Lorraine
you
Cole.
know what game.
Lorraine Cole is one of my heroes. A bit of history of my own personal relationship to this game is that I was playing the remake, the VGA version of the game when I was playing it at age 7. I actually saw it played when I was about 3, so I've got a long history with this game. And I wanted to do that version, but it's really hard to make work properly on a modern system, even with DOSBox being a really good tool. So we're doing this version instead because it's more functional. And I'm gonna go over to Thief here. My name is Gonff. And most of the stats here, I'm going to be playing pretty pure class, pretty much a straight up thief, so I'm not going to invest in parry, which is a fighter only trait officially, or magic, which of course is a magic user only. I'm going to put some points into stealth here though, because in this game it's hard to build up.
Like, really hard to build.
Really hard to build up. And a little bit in picklocks, so I don't kill myself building that one up.
Which you can't actually do.
Which you can't actually do.
Yeah, if you try to pick your nose.
You build it up by picking your nose, and or you can pick a lock, but picking your nose is often less conspicuous. And a little bit in dodge in case I get into any fights. And I'll just shove the rest into throwing and climbing here. And let's get started. This seems like a quiet little town. On the porch ahead of you are 2 people. The standing one is large, rather ugly, and playing with a yo-yo. The seated person smoking a pipe looks like he might be the sheriff.
What tipped you off? The big sign?
Yeah, it says sheriff right there, so I don't know how we're getting the idea the guy sitting there might be the sheriff. The man with the pipe greets you.
Welcome to our town. You're lucky to have made it down the mountains before the snow blocked the pass again. It's gotten pretty dangerous outside of town, I understand. Many monsters have been trapped here with the late snow. Between them and the brigands, we certainly could use a hero around here. I'm Sheriff Schurzmeisterson. This is Otto von Goon, my assistant. What do you call yourself?
And my name is Gonff.
Good. Welcome to Quest Gonff.
Okay, so here we are in Spielburg. We got 1 point just for walking in the gate, which, since you can't do anything else, is kind of
I think it may have actually
silly, but there it is. And I'm going to start by looking around. In this game, if you right-click on something, you can usually look at it. Every now and again you have to type, but for instance, here I look at the inn sign, and it says the windows glow from the light inside. The sign reads, Hero's Tale Inn. The sheriff's office doubles as a jail for the town and a hangout for the sheriff and the goon. The sign of the scissors above the door, along with the striped pole, indicates that the building contains a barber shop. There's more than a hint of ogre about this strange and bulky character. He seems cheerful, though. Playing with a yo-yo. Very threatening. Schultz appears to be an affable old coot, content to smoke his pipe. There's a hardness behind his eyes, however, that gives you reason to believe that he is no pushover.
Yeah.
So,
You might want to be careful since you're a thief and all.
So I'm gonna ask the sheriff some questions. Let's see. I'll start by asking him about the town.
Just walk around for yourself and find out. So I messed that one up.
Well, that was super helpful. Anyway, what about you mentioned monsters?
The monsters come down from the mountains every winter, but they're usually gone by now. The band just doesn't have enough men to handle them. Wolfgang is the one to talk to about monsters. He's had a lot of experience with them.
Okay, we got a few names in there. I'm gonna ask about the Baron next.
Baron Stefan he mostly keeps to himself at his castle north of here. We haven't seen him here in town for many years.
And what about, you said, Wolfgang?
Wolfgang down at the Guild Hall is the one to talk to about monsters. He's had a lot of experience with them. That sounds exactly like what he said earlier.
Yeah, it pretty much does. I'm going to ask about brigands, because I noticed that.
There's a whole band of brigands hiding out with somewhere in the mountains around us. They robbed a merchant just last week. Got a fair amount of treasure, I hear.
Interesting. What about this merchant?
The one who was robbed? He's staying at the inn, I believe.
Well, this seems like a good time to start running, because I like getting places faster. And go look at the inn and see what is to be seen here.
Welcome, traveler, to the Hero Tale Inn. I am Shameen, at your service. May you find what you seek here.
Hi, Shameen.
I am but a poor unfortunate, forced to seek my fortune in this cold land, far from my homeland Shapir and my people.
Shapir, huh?
We live far to the south in a desert land. Someday we may yet return there.
Now, I heard something about a merchant. So I'm going to ask about the merchant.
My friend, Abdullah, is recovering from his robbery last week. He should be here around supper time.
Supper time, okay. This is where I go and look at the controls, because you can see it's helpful to know what time it is. Right now it's midday, so supper time, I'm guessing, is going to be a while from now. And since I'm here anyway, I'll go through this menu. These aren't particularly useful because you can just type them. You can just type all of them, but it comes handy to know the shortcuts for inventory and character sheet. Which, if I go and look at the inventory here, you can see that right now I've got pretty much nothing. I got some food, a little bit of food. Got a dagger, leather armor, and a lockpick because I'm a thief. And over here I've got some money, 4 gold coins, 10 silver. In Spielburg, actually, this is kind of annoying, but each 10 silver is equal to 1 gold. So really I've got the equivalent of 5 gold coins or 50 silver, depending on which way you convert it. As opposed to, you might think it was 100 silver to a gold. It's not. So that's something to keep in mind here. And I'm going to check my character sheet too while I'm at it. Nothing new really here. My stamina has started to go down. The stamina is basically how much energy you have. When the stamina goes down to 0, your health starts getting hit. So you have to be a little, kind of keep an eye on that. But it'll tell you when you run out. You'll see that message later. So I think there's nothing else for me to do here. I'm going to head over this way and see what is to see. So we'll stop and look around. And actually we'll leave it here because I'm out of time for the first video. Join me next time when we do some actual looking around on this screen. Thanks for joining us. Gonff out.
Goodbye.